Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel today. I am Kosi by name. In case it's your first time coming across this video, thank you so much for stopping by. Please do not forget to subscribe. In today's video, I will share with you on how to make this beautiful dress you are seeing right here. It's a beautiful off-shoulder pencil gown with a two-layered flare as the sleeve and a back loops. So if this sounds like something you're interested to learn, please keep on watching and let's get into today's video. You can see that I made this for a client, and you can see how it fits her. You can see that it's looking so beautiful, and I decided to add hers a bustier. Do you get? So you can decide not to add yours a bustier. It's totally left for you. Welcome back guys. So to start off this tutorial, you'll be needing at least 3 yards of your Ankara fabric. For plus size, you can make use of 4 yards. You get? So I'll be making use of 3 yards. This actually for my client, is not for me. So guys, let's get started. I'll be cutting the down part of this gown firstly. So go ahead and fold your Ankara fabric by 2, just like this. So right now the length of this gown is actually 14. So what I'm going to do right now is, first of all, remove the half length. So my client's half length is 16 inches. Remember I said the length of the gown is 14 inches. So removing the 16 inches for the half length, I'll go ahead and mark 42 inches total. So that means that I'm adding extra 2 inches for the sewing allowance. Do you get? So as you can see that I removed 16 inches for the half length, and I'm marking 42 inches right now. So after I was done doing this, I'll go ahead and come down by 8 inches. Do you get? So I placed my tape on the waistline, then I marked 8 inches. So this 8 inches here is going to serve as the hip length. Do you get? So go ahead and divide your waist circumference by 4 plus your sewing allowance. You get? So I added 3 inches for this sewing allowance for the waist. So on the hip line, go ahead and divide your hip circumference by 4. Then you go ahead and add 2 inches sewing allowance. The reason why I added only 3 inches sewing allowance on the waistline is because of the dart you get. So I placed my tape on the hip line after adding the 2 inches sewing allowance. I measured what I have there, then I got 11.5.2 inches. So I removed 1 inches and I marked 10.5.2 inches on the down part. So I went ahead to connect those points and I made a pencil, just a little pencil. Do you get? So right now I'm going ahead to cut it off. After I was done cutting, this is what I have. So I'm just going to go ahead and place another piece of fabric folded by 2. Then I'll go ahead and cut out the back piece. So remember to give 1 inch space for your zipper allowance. Then after that, go ahead and cut it off, just like you see me doing. Do you get? So after doing this, I'll just go ahead and slash the zipper area into 2 equal halves. Can you see? Then after I was done doing the next thing I'm going to do on the middle part, I'm just going to go ahead, divide your bust circumference, sorry, your nipple to nipple by 2. Then the person's own is 3.5. I marked it and I came out by half of an inch at the both side. I went ahead to notch it. So that is going to serve as the darts. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you notch your darts, the 2 darts, go ahead and notch the zipper allowance. Do you get? Notch it so you know where the zipper allowance is and where it starts from. Do you get? So after I was done doing this, next thing I'll go ahead and do is to fold another piece of fabric. So right now I'm going to cut out the off shoulder. This style is an off shoulder bustier. Do you get? So just pay very attention because I'll be cutting this directly on the main fabric. You get? I won't be using pattern for any of this, so you watch how I'm going to do this using a free hand. So after drawing this straight line across, I removed 16 inches for the half length, so I added extra 1 inch to make it 17 inches. So the off shoulder is 6 inches. I removed 6 inches for the off shoulder. That is what I'm trying to say. Do you understand? So after doing this, I'm just going ahead to mark the 6 inches across. Then after I was done doing this, what I'm going to mark next is the person's on the bust line. Do you get? So the on the bust line is 12.2 inches. So I'll just go ahead and mark 12.2 inches right here. Can you see? Then I'll just go ahead and draw a straight line across. And after that, the next thing to do is to place my tape from the off shoulder where I remove 6 inches, to place it from there down to the under bust line. Then I placed it, and I'm going to go ahead and divide it by 2. Do you get? Right now I want to get the bust point. Do you understand? So place your tape from the place you removed your off shoulder down to the under bust, then divide whatever you have, just get the midpoint. Then I got my midpoint. The midpoint there is just 3.5 inches. So after that, I'm just going to go ahead and divide the nipple to nipple by 2, which is 3.5, like I said earlier. I marked it at the midpoint. Can you see? So at this upper part here, I'll mark 3 inches. After marking 3 inches, I'll also mark 3 inches on the waistline. Then after doing that, so on this last line here, I'll go ahead and mark 3.5 inches. Then after I was done doing this, I'll just go ahead and connect those points across, just like this. Just go ahead and connect it like this. Do you get? So after that, on this side, I'm going to mark 2 inches because this person doesn't have bust, it's not busty. You get? So if you can go ahead and add like 2 points, you can mark 2.5 inches actually if you are making this for a client that is too busty, or if you are busty, you can just go ahead and mark 2.5 inches. So right here I came down by 8 inches. I just placed my tape. I got 6 inches for the off shoulder, then I came down by 8 inches. I slanted the shoulder, sorry, I slanted the armhole. Do you get? I always do this on the channel anytime I'm making something like this. So after I was done doing this, you can go ahead and divide the person bust circumference by 4. Add 4 inches sewing allowance because this is a bustier. Then on the waistline, divide the person's waistline by 4. Then also add 4.5 inches for the sewing allowance. Do you get? For the seam allowance. Then after that, I'm making a round curved neckline at the front, that is at the folded part. So after I was done doing this, I'll just go ahead and cut it off. So this was what I had after I was done cutting. Do you get? So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to cut out the back. So go ahead and fold the fabric by 2, just like you see me doing, and place the front half length like this. Can you see? So right now you won't be needing zipper allowance because this is a back loop. You get? It's just an off shoulder bustier with back loop, so no zipper allowance. After I was done, I'm cutting exactly what I had on the first piece. After I was done transferring it to the back piece, I'll just go ahead and keep it aside, and I'll cut out the bustier for the front piece. Do you get? After doing this like this, what I'll do is to notch the under bust of this side, and I'll notch the under bust of the center front. Do you get? That is the folded part, and go ahead and cut out the neckline. Do you get? So after I was done doing this is what I have. As you can see that I've gone ahead to open it, and this is how it looks like. Can you see the round neckline for my bustier, for the bustier? So guys, after I was done there, I'll just go ahead and place it, remove it aside. Then I'll just place this one like this. Just look at what I'm doing, because right now I'll just start afresh by taking the bust circumference round again by 2. Remember, there is no zipper allowance here, it's a back loop. So go ahead and divide the person's bust circumference by 4, sorry, then add 2.5 inches sewing allowance. This is for the back. Go ahead and divide the waist circumference by 4, and also add like 3 inches sewing allowance. Do you get? This is for the back. The back is not, I'm having a bustier, so that's why the allowance here is very different from the one at the front. Do you understand what I'm saying? So right here, look at what I'm going to do. It's now time to cut out the opening for the back loops. Please pay very attention here. So right here, I decided to make a round neckline for the back. Then I just came down by half of an inch. You can decide to leave your straight anyhow you choose to. So for the opening for the back loops, I gave it 3 inches. As you can see that I placed my tape from the middle part, at least I meant from the folded part. You get? I placed it and I marked 3 inches straight, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. Can you see already when I have to cut it off? So right now the 3 inches I marked, when you open that piece I removed right now, is going to give you 6 inches. Do you get? So just note that I removed 6 inches total. So this is the front and the back for the upper part. Can you see I've gone ahead to cut it out, and this is how it's looking already. So guys, after I was done doing this, next thing I'll just go ahead and do right now is to cut out the lining for the both piece. Then I'll also go ahead and cut out the wording as well. So guys, this is the wording, as you can see, and I also went ahead to cut out the lining like I told you guys earlier. So the type of wording I'm making use of is the one that has shining at the back. Do you get? So that's the type of wording I'm making use of. So this is the underbust where I notched, so make sure your padding stops there, make sure your wording stops there, you get? So if you look very well, you will know that the wording didn't start from the up. I gave it almost 1 inch space. Do you get? The reason why I did this is for me to avoid top stitching the padding when I'm done sewing the dress. Do you get? So go ahead and remove 1/2 inch or 1 inch from the wording, from the upper part of the wording. Do you get? So right here, this is the down part. As you can see that I also gone ahead to cut out the lining as well. As you can see that my lining and the main fabric is not of the same length. This is because it's going to have torn up. Do you get? I hope you understand what I'm saying. So after I was done doing this, I'll just go ahead and iron my wording, and after ironing the wording, I'll be right back. So guys, I'll start from the down part of the skirt first, but I've gone ahead to iron the wording. Do you get? We get there very soon. So right here, go ahead and open the front piece like this. Open it the right side and place your lining on top of it. Go ahead and place your lining. Make sure you place it very well. This lining is a soft one. I couldn't get the hard one, and it was very urgent. This dress was very urgent. That's why I decided to buy anyone that is very available. Do you get? So I'll just go ahead and sew. Right here guys, I've gone ahead to sew this, and this is how it's looking. I also went ahead to iron it out. Do you get? So this is how it's looking guys. So right here, I'll just keep this aside. So guys, for the front upper part, this is it. I told you guys that I've gone ahead to iron the wording. So right here, I told you guys that I was making use of the one that has shining at the back. So when you place it the wrong side of your fabric, go ahead and iron it out, so it's going to stick together with the fabric or the piece, anyhow you choose to call it. So after I was done doing this, next thing is to turn it over to the right side. Now I'm going to pick one of the side, and I'll just place it like this. I'll use my pin to pin it down in place. After I was done pinning, I'll go ahead and sew it with 1/2 inch. I also do the same thing at this other side. Then after sewing with 1/2 inch, I'll be right back. So guys, right here I'm done sewing, and this is how it's looking. As you can see, that it's looking so beautiful. You can see the 1/2 inch I used to sew it at both sides. Can you see? So this padding is very okay. You can see how firm and how beautiful it's looking. Do you get? It's looking so beautiful, as in very beautiful. Do you get? So this is the lining. I went ahead to do the same thing on lining, joining the both piece as well, and placing them the right side facing each other and pinning them down, just like you see me doing. Go ahead and pin yours down. Then after pinning yours down, you're going to go ahead and sew with 1/2 inch at the upper part here. After that, you sew the both side with 1/2 inch as well. So guys, right here I'm done sewing, and this is what I have, as you can see. So if you notice on the neckline that the lining here is pulling out, you get a little bit, so we won't be needing this. That's why it's very important to work with an hemming gum as always. Do you get? So to avoid the lining pulling on the neckline, just go ahead and open this lining before you top stitch it. Go ahead and open it up, and cut out a little piece of it and insert it. Go ahead and iron it. Right here guys, I'm done ironing, and this is what I have. Can you see? Yeah, if you notice, the lining is no more pulling out. Can you see? You can't see any lining on the neckline. Do you get? So the neckline now is very relaxed, and it's well okay. This is the back view. This is how it's looking. Do you understand? So I'll just go ahead and trim off the the excess lining I have at the down part there. So after I was done doing this, next thing I'll go ahead and do right now is to work on the back piece. So this is the back piece, guys. As you can see, this is the back piece. What I'll do now is to place them the right side very well, just like this. Then after that, I'll bring my chalk and I'll bring my tape as well. Right now I'm just going to go ahead and mark where I've been inserting the holes for the loops. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just go ahead and mark where you've been inserting the holes for the loops. You understand? If you don't understand what I'm saying, just look at what I'm doing. With time you will understand. Do you understand? So I'm just giving this 2 inches space. Do you get? So right now I've gone ahead to fold this little piece you see me holding. Just go ahead and fold it like a rope. You get? Then after folding, I'm cutting it by 2 inches. So I'll just continue cutting 2 inches until I cut the whole piece that I have. Do you get? After cutting, I'll go ahead and count these lines to know how many lines I have. Then for the loops, I'm going to go ahead and bring one of the piece. So if you're placing this piece, you're not going to place exactly at the neckline. Just give it half of an inch. Give it half of an inch from the neckline, then start placing it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Give it half of an inch. You're not going to place exactly on the neckline. Give the neckline half of an inch and continue your placing. Do you understand? So for me, I'll just go ahead and place it like this. I've done this on the channel in case if you can't see clearly what I'm doing or you don't understand what I'm saying. I will just leave a link on the description box of this video in case if you don't understand what I'm doing here for the back loops. So you go ahead and watch the video of how to make your back loops. So guys, right here guys, I'm done doing the piece for the hose and this is what I have. Can you see? This is what I have. You can see that it's looking so beautiful and you can see how I placed it. You get? Just look at how I place it. So when placing yours, you will not make mistakes. Now go ahead and place your lining on top of the main fabric. Place them together just like you see me doing. And what you are going to do next is to go ahead and sew it with half of an inch. Sew this both sides with half of an inch and also sew the center back with half of an inch as well. Sew the upper part with half of an inch and also sew the both sides with half of an inch as well. Then this was what I had after I was done sewing. As you can see that it's looking so beautiful. Can you see that it's now very neat? Can you see? After turning it up with the lining, this is what it looks like. So right now what I will do is to bring the down part of the back piece, that is the down part, then go ahead and place it this way. Remember that I added 1 inch for the zipper allowance and I cut out 3 inches for the opening. Do you get at the back? So go ahead, after measuring whatever inch you removed, place your tape exactly from the place and go ahead and pin it down just like you see me doing. We also do the same thing at the other piece. Then after that I'll go ahead and sew it with half of an inch and I'll be right back. So guys, after I was done sewing, this was what I have. As you can see how it's looking. So guys, next thing to go ahead and do right now is to place them the right side facing each other just like this. Then after placing, you notice that the zipper area is not well relaxed. Can you see? So what I'll do is to go ahead and fold it just like this with the same half of an inch I used to join the half length. Go ahead and fold it like this. Hold it with your pin. After holding, now it's left for you. You can decide to tack it or you can decide to iron your hairstay. Can you see? So I came down by 8 inches right here. After marking it, I'm going to go ahead and mark 1 inch. So the space I came down by 8 inches is for my zipper allowance. So I'm going to fix my zipper allowance from that space and I'll sew down the remaining like this. Can you see? So right here I'm done fixing my zipper and this is how it's looking like. Can you see? So right here, this is the down part of the fabric. As you can see that it's looking so beautiful and I also went ahead to stitch it down. So right here, this is the front piece. I'll just go ahead and do the darts for the front piece. I also did the darts for the back piece. Can you see? Maybe it's because the fabric is colorful and you're not noticing it. You can just go ahead and do your darts. as you can see that I've gone ahead to do the dart for the front, and I also went ahead to join the half length together with it, as you can see, and the bustier is standing very firm. It's looking so beautiful. So guys, this is the dart. As you can see, this is the two darts. This is how it's looking, and for the back, this is the back dart. You get, the only place I didn't make the dart is only at the upper part of the back piece. That's the only place I didn't make the dart, but the down part, as you can see, I made my dart. Can you see how it's looking? So the next thing I'll just go ahead and do right now is to place this the right side facing each other, and right now just go ahead and pin it down. Hold it with your pin them down, make sure it's right side facing each other, make sure it's well relaxed, pin it down, and go ahead and shape your dress. Can you see? So after I was done pinning that, there is one thing I want to tell you guys about. Now remember that I removed 6 inches for the opening. Do you understand? So make sure that you have exactly whatever inch you removed for the back loops. Can you see? For the back opening, if you don't understand what I'm saying, I'll repeat myself again in case you don't understand what I'm saying. I said you should make sure you got whatever inch you removed for your back loops. Do you get? For me, I told you guys I removed 6 inches. That is 3 unfold. When you open it, is going to give you 6. So as you can see that I placed my tape there and I have 6 inches exactly. So go ahead and measure whatever you have, then make sure you got exactly what you have before you can now start taking your measurements. If you check and it's not up to what you have, you are very free to adjust, make an adjustment. Do you get? So after that, I'll just go ahead and mark my body measurement, and I'll go ahead and shape it out. So right here guys, I'm done shaping it out, and this is what I have. Can you see? And you see that it's looking so beautiful. So this is the back. This is how the back is looking. Can you see? So right now, after I was done shaping this particular dress, what I will do is to just go ahead and keep it aside, and I'll work on the sleeve. So for the sleeve, go ahead and fold it by 2 like this. This is a 2-step sleeve, just a gather, just a small gather, but it's going to have elastic. Just look at what I'm doing, let me not explain too much. So for me, I am just marking 10.5 inches. This is for the first layer. Do you get? So go ahead and cut it out, and after cutting it out, I'll go ahead and trim the side so it will be on an equal length. Then I'll go ahead and place it here as well, and I'll cut out exactly what I have on the first layer. So this is going to be the first layer for the both sleeve. Do you understand? Then after I was done doing this, remember it's 10.5 inches. Do you get? So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the second layer. That is the one that is going to make it 2-step. Do you get? So go ahead and cut yours. For me, I am marking 6.5 inches, so I'll just go ahead and cut it. This is the second layer. Then after trimming the both sides, we go ahead and place it again and cut out the 2 second layers. So can you see? Now I've placed them like this, and you can see that is very okay. So I just measured it and I got like 14 inches. So I felt that the wideness is big, so I just decided to cut out like 1 inches like this. So can you see? So right now, when you fix your elastic at the top, this is how it's going to give you. This is what it will give you. Do you get? So right now, just look at what I'll do. For the second layer, go ahead and fold the down part by 2 like this, just small, little by little like this. Go ahead and fold it. Then after that, for the first layer, that is this bigger sleeve, go ahead and also fold the down part with half of an inch. Do you understand? So go ahead and fold the down part with half of an inch. You're not folding the upper part of the sleeve, just the down part only. Do you get? Then after I was done, this is what it looks like. As you can see, the next thing you want to do is to go ahead and place the smaller piece on top of the bigger piece. That is, place the second layer on top of the first layer. That is going to give you the 2-step. You get? Just as you're seeing it right now. Go ahead and place it. Then when you place it, it's either you just hold them together like this and make a stretch sewing, or you go ahead and hold them together. Make sure it's on equal length, then go ahead and fold it with half of an inch for your elastic, because the upper part is going to have elastic. Go ahead and fold in a way that your elastic can be able to pass through. Do you get? So guys, I'm done sewing mine. This is what I have. Can you see? Right now what I'm going to do is to bring my elastic. Do you get? I'll bring my elastic and I'll start inserting the elastic. Then after that, I'll show you guys how it looks like. After inserting the elastic, this is what it looks like. So I'll just go ahead and fix it on the dress. Then after fixing, I'll be right back. So guys, this was what I have after I was done fixing. Can you see how it's looking? I did this for the boat sleeve. Can you see? This is exactly what I ordered versus what I got. Do you get? So go ahead and make yours. Can you see? It's very beautiful. Do you get? So this is the upper part, this is the down part. The only thing left now is to go ahead and tie the back loops. So I already gone ahead to make a straight long ropes, as you can see. So I'll just go ahead and start inserting it just like this. So go ahead and insert it like this, then after that you go ahead and tie it. After tying the loops, this is what it looks like. Can you see? It's looking so beautiful. You need to see this on my client. Wow, like so amazing. It's looking so beautiful. You can imagine. You guys, so I'll just show you guys the video of how she rocked it and how she slayed on it. It was everything. It was giving everything. This is the front. This is how the front is looking. So this is my pink cushion, guys. If you want to know how to make pink cushion, I have it on my channel. You can go ahead and check the video. I made this myself. If you don't have money or if you don't want to buy the ready-made one, go ahead and make this yourself. You can do it. Be creative sometimes. I created this and I started to share it, and I already shared it like last week ago. So go ahead and check it out. So guys, you can see how she rocked it, and you already saw this in the beginning of the video. So guys, this will be the end of today's tutorial. Please subscribe to this channel so you get notified whenever new video drops. Subscription is free. Subscribe so you get notifications whenever I upload a new video. Thank you.